Three, two, one.
Welcome to the Campbell Conversations. I'm Grant Reeher. My guest today is Nick Tomboulides. He's the executive director of U.S. Term Limits, a nonprofit organization dedicated to instituting term limits in legislatures at all levels of government, including Congress. Nick's been leading the organization since 2013, and prior to that, he has experience as a social media strategist and a campus organizer. Nick, welcome to the program.
Grant, glad to be with you. Thanks for having me on.
It's great to have you. So let's just start with some basic background information on your organization. When was U.S. Term Limits founded? Who, by and large, funds it, et cetera?
So we were founded in 1992, which was really the start of the modern term limits movement.
Yep.
We've always been funded then and now by angels and activists. So we've got a few, really big guys who write really big checks. Then we also have like a small dollar donor network of people who believe in the issue, send in $5 or $10 here or there. And U.S. term limits really got on the map in the early 1990s when we participated in initiative campaigns in 23 states to put term limits on members of Congress. So, we assisted in these ballot drives. It went on the ballot. I think it passed with an average yes vote of around 70%. Polling's actually improved since then. But those laws were challenged. One of them, for example, was the law here in Florida. We have a measure in our state constitution which says that all members of the Florida congressional delegation shall have term limits. There were 22 other states that did the same thing by 1995. It was challenged in court. It was appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. And in the 1995 split decision, U.S. Term Limits v. Thornton, 5-4 decision, the Supreme Court ruled that term limits for Congress may not be enacted by a state law. So no state statutes, no state constitutional amendments. Has to be an amendment to the U.S. Constitution because that's how the qualifications for Congress members are spelled out. So since that time, what we've done has been a hodgepodge of course, building support for an amendment to term limit Congress, but also participating in term limits campaigns all over the map, ranging from local offices to state offices. Just last year, we participated in a campaign to term limit the legislature of North Dakota. So that became the 16th state with legislative term limits. And we're pretty much active wherever you can find a term limits law.
Great. And you mentioned you have a couple of big donors. Just give me some examples of who those folks are.
Well, I do like to be respectful of donors' privacy, but
Sure.
One that's completely out there in the open is Howard Rich, who's the chairman of U.S. Term Limits, been involved in the effort since inception. And Howie is very well known. You can look him up on Wikipedia, and he's a true believer. He's someone who's given a lot of his personal time and money to this effort because it's something that he genuinely believes in.
Okay, great. Well, I know that you could probably